We will begin today's gentle yoga flow in child's pose at the back of our mats, bringing our big toes to touch and setting the knees wide. Sink our hips low towards our heels and reach our fingertips forward at the same time. We'll anchor ourselves into the present moment here so that we may feel free and at ease throughout today's practice. As we dive deeper into our physical body, we will release tension from the emotional body. Begin to crawl your fingertips towards the left side of your mat. Maybe placing your right hand on top of the left. Then moving through center, we'll crawl them the opposite direction. Now begin to crawl them back to center, resting in our child's pose once more, sending deep inhales into our bellies and fogging up the mat with our exhales. Inhale, let's push up into a tabletop position. We'll float through some cat-cows here. So inhale, drop the belly, gaze goes up. Exhale, round the spine, gaze goes towards your thighs. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Flow through these at your own pace here. And then we'll take some big circles one way, do 3 each way. So sending our hips towards our heels, bringing them forward and back around. And then we'll reverse it, doing 3 the opposite direction. Feeling that fluidity in your spine here. So we really warm up the body. From here, we'll thread the needle on the right, taking some wrist circles as we inhale the right arm high. Exhale, thread the needle. You may choose to take a bind, reaching your left hand around for the hip crease on the opposite side, or just reach your fingertips forward. Breathe into this gentle twist. Placing the left hand back down, we'll send that right arm high once more. Then return to tabletop and switch it out. Left arm high, get some wrist circles in, both directions. And then exhale, thread the needle. Same option to take a bind here or to crawl your fingertips towards the front of your mat. Placing that right hand back down, we'll inhale that left arm up to the sky and then come back to tabletop. From here, we'll go into gate pose, extending our right leg long and then rocking forward and backwards. Rocking forward into the hip flexor and then sinking the glutes back towards the heels. Feeling a stretch along the inside of your extended leg. Do a few more here. And then take the left hand to the outside of the left knee as you sweep your right arm overhead. Feeling this nice long full body stretch. Coming back through tabletop, we'll switch it out, extending the left leg long, and then taking these rocks forward and back. Take a few more here. And we'll bring that right hand outside the right knee and sweep the left arm overhead. We'll return back to tabletop now. And then sit back onto our heels as we take some time to warm up our neck. Roll our shoulder blades back a few times and leave them down and back behind you. Take the one hand to your side, your left hand down long, and then your right hand will grab the opposite side of your head and gently pull it towards your shoulder. Coming back to center, we'll switch it out, place the right hand down, and the left hand will gently pull your head away to the opposite side. Coming back through center, we'll then take our fingers and interlace them behind our head and tuck our chin into our chest, guided by our fingers, but being careful not to put too much pressure on our head. Just a gentle guidance to tuck that chin into the chest. Come back to center, sweep the arms overhead, and then take a side body stretch towards the right. Back through center, we'll take it over to the left. Moving back through center. We'll take a gentle twist, bringing the left arm across the front of the body and the right arm kickstanding behind us. And switch it out. Right hand reaches across the front side and the left hand kickstands behind us. Moving back through center once more. Crawling back into our tabletop position. We'll tuck the toes and send the hips high, pushing back into our downward facing dog. Take some time here to pedal out your dog, bending into one knee and then the other. Taking any organic movements that feel good to you right now. Finding a static down dog, we'll place the right foot over the left heel, getting a calf stretch, sinking that left heel into the mat. And then switch it out, place the left over the right, sink the right heel into the mat. Coming back to center, inhale, look forward. Exhale, just tiptoe your feet towards your hands, coming into forward fold. Take a ragdoll here, reaching for opposite elbows. Allow your body to hang heavy as it sways from side to side. Feel free to keep a generous bend in your knees here to protect your hammies. The neck is long and the head hangs heavy. We'll let the arms release to the floor. Slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time, letting your neck and head come up last. Finding our mountain pose, inhale the arms high, exhale hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms high once more. Exhale, cactus arms, back bend. Inhale up, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat spine. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, and push back into your downward facing dog. Rolling forward into high plank, and then we'll send the hips high again. Inhale, roll forward into high plank, making a wave with your body. Exhale, send it back. Do this again, making a wave with your body into high plank, and then exhale back. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, step your feet towards your hands. Taking forward fold, this time with a bind behind our low backs to open up our chests. Letting our hands drop away towards the front of our mats. Then we can release this bind and slowly rise up, just as we did earlier. One vertebrae at a time, coming back into our mountain pose. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, cactus arms, mini back bend. Inhale, up. Exhale, hands through heart center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank, and then push it back to downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel there. We'll slide the feet in just a little bit closer and take a twist. Bring your right hand in between the feet, right knee bent, and left leg straighten as the left arm reaches up to the sky. Then we'll switch it out, bringing the left hand in between our feet, the right arm goes up, and the left knee bends. Right leg is straight. Coming back through center, we'll slowly make our way up to mountain, one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, gentle back bend. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back. We'll meet in down dog. Inhale the left heel high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the left foot outside of the left hand. Go ahead and drop to your back knee. We'll come into our runner's lunge or lizard's pose. And come down into your elbows. You may choose to press your left hand into the inside of your left knee and let that foot fall into the knife edge to deepen the stretch. You may also choose to find a quad stretch here by reaching your left hand behind you for the inside of your back foot and pulling your heel to your glute. Whatever variation serves you, go ahead and find it. And bringing that foot to the center, we'll sink back into our half splits. Left leg is straight. We're on our back knee. Inhale, come back and find your low lunge. Sweep the arms high, Anjaneyasana, kneeling low lunge. And then we'll pivot onto the front foot, coming into Skandasana, or low side lunge. You may choose to take a bind by clasping your hands behind your back and around your knee, or you can leave your hands on the ground to support you. Release your bind if you took it and crawl your way into wide-legged forward fold. Your toes are pointed in, heels are wide, and reach your hands through your legs to deepen the stretch here. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, star, heels and toes out. Find a gentle back bend here. And then spin open into your warrior two, facing the front of your mat. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your arms down. Find plank pose. And then hinge forward, drop your knees first, chest second, chin last. Inhale, push up into a baby cobra, keeping the elbows bent. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. That's our knees, chest, chin flow. Take the same thing on the right leg. Inhale the right heel high. Exhale, step it wide of your right hand. Drop the back knee and find your variation of runner's lunge here, or lizard's pose. From here, we'll heel toe that foot back to center and then sink our hips back for our half split pose. Inhale, rise up to our kneeling crescent, Anjaneyasana. Squeezing the glutes here. And then exhale, we'll pivot into Skandasana, low side lunge, towards the front of our mat. Taking that bind if we'd like, or leaving our hands in front of us for support. Release your bind if you took it, and then crawl your way into a wide-legged forward fold, toes pointed in. Find that chest expansion, that bind behind your back once more, and let your fingers drop towards the side of the room that you're facing. Release those binds, then inhale, find a flat spine. Exhale, release it. Inhale, rise up, heels in, toes out, star pose with a gentle back bend. Inhale, star. Exhale, warrior two to the front of your mats. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Cartwheel the arms down. And we'll flow through knees, chest, chin once more. Dropping the hands closer to the rib cage, we'll press up into a bigger cobra here. Tuck the toes, exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, send the left foot high. Take a hip opener here, bringing the heel to the glute, three-legged dog, and then step it through between your hands. Drop the back knee and sweep the arms high for Anjaneyasana. Squeezing those glutes and squaring the hips to the front of the mat. Tuck the back toes and this time rise all the way up into your crescent lunge. Spin open, warrior two towards the front of the mat. Inhale, straighten through that front leg as you reach your arms forward, and then finally tick-tock them to 6 and 12. Triangles pose here. Then we'll keep our lower bodies the same as we just move our torso and our arms to an upright triangle position. And then reverse our triangle, bringing that left arm overhead. Exhale, cartwheel the arms down, find that low lunge. And step back through plank. We'll move again through knees, chest, chin, and then find our full cobra, bringing our hands closer to our hips. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right heel high this time. Exhale for the hip opener. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, step it through. We'll find Anjaneyasana, kneeling crescent. Sending those hips forward. Then tuck the back toes. Rise up for our high crescent. Exhale, spin open, warrior two. Inhale, straighten that front leg, reaching our upper body forward. Exhale, triangle pose. Bringing those arms to 6 and 12. Keeping light in the bottom hand as we really reach that top arm towards the sky. Gaze can follow your top hand, looking towards the ceiling. And then the same thing here, keeping our legs the exact same, just rising our upper body up and reversing our triangle. And then we'll spin the arms down and flow through knees, chest, chin once more. We can come onto a full upward facing dog by lifting our thighs off the mat, engaging our glutes and quads. Then exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel there. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms high, rise all the way up to Tadasana, bringing hands to heart center. Grounding ourselves here. And inhale, bring your hands down towards your sides, palms shining forward. Just rock back and forth on your heels to your tiptoes, massaging our feet that carry us through life every day. Heels to tiptoes, back and forth. And we'll find a static mountain Inhale the arms high. Exhale, mini back bend. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back. We'll flow through our knees, chest, chin to upward facing dog or cobra, and then push it back, downward facing dog. Slowly begin to crawl your feet towards your hands, and then rising up once you get there, one vertebrae at a time, coming into our mountain pose, Tadasana. We'll raise the right leg up into one-legged Tadasana. And then from here we'll move into tree pose. You can choose to place the sole of your foot onto your shin, your thigh, or take it with both hands and cross it over the front of your quad. From here, inhale, sweep your arms high. Exhale, bring hands to heart center and balance. Rooting through the ground, through your standing foot. Engaging through our core, through our quad, through our glutes. Finding a spot on the floor to gaze at to keep our balance, to stay rooted and grounded. And then gently come back through one-legged Tadasana. We'll hug that knee into the side of our body for wind removing pose, and then place it back down. Shake it out, get blood flowing to the legs, and then we'll switch sides. Bring the left knee up to one-legged Tadasana. And then again, choosing either to place that foot onto our calf, our thigh, or maybe crossing it over the front of our quad. Letting that knee fall away from our body as we inhale the arms high and exhale the hands to heart center. Staying engaged through the core here, keeping the tailbone tucked under. Keep pressing leg into foot and foot into leg to stay strong in your tree pose. And then inhale that leg back through one-legged Tadasana. Moving it back into that half wind removing pose, tucking it into the side body with your hands. And then we'll place that leg back down, shaking them out one more time. And then inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, gentle back bend. Inhale, high. Exhale, forward fold. Moving back down to the mat, to that tabletop position we started class in. And then rising up onto our knees, we'll transition into camel pose. Bring your hands to your low back and send your hips forward as you send your gaze back. Maybe this is a good place for you to hang out. Maybe you want to reach for your heels with your hands and take this heart opener a little bit deeper. Keeping that gaze towards the back of the room. And then we'll come out the same way we came in, bringing our hands to our low back, rising up, and sitting back onto our heels. Place one hand on your heart and one hand on the mat beside you. Close your eyes and center your focus inward to your heartbeat, that feeling of aliveness within you. You may open your eyes once more, Place that hand back down to the mat beside you. Then begin to round forward, bringing the crown of your head to the mat, sending your hips high, and letting your arms hang long beside you. Take a rabbit pose here. Not putting much pressure on your head, just floating gently upward with your hips. And then we'll rise back up, moving through tabletop. Tuck the toes, send it back to downward facing dog. Inhale the left heel high. Exhale, bring it through, bringing your shin parallel to the front of your mat. We'll come into pigeon. Take a look over your left shoulder and make sure that your right leg is straight back behind you. And then we'll put our pigeon to rest by crawling forward into the variation of choice. You can stay up on your hands if that feels good for you, or you can bring your chest to the mat. Just making sure that our legs stay straight back behind us as we find ease in this posture. Inhale, rise back up. Moving through three-legged dog, we'll take a hip opener, counter pose here. And then we'll switch it out. This time setting the right leg high. Inhale. Exhale, bring it through, bringing that shin parallel to the top of your mat. Taking a look over your right shoulder, make sure that left leg is long behind you, and then put your pigeon to rest. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, send that heel high and take that counter pose, that hip opener once more. And then we'll step it through to a seat. And slowly begin to lower one vertebrae at a time, all the way down onto your back. Hugging the right knee into our side body, that half one removing pose again. And then we'll guide that knee across and tee out our right arm, bringing the gaze over the right shoulder for supine twist. Sending our breath gently into our abdomen area, our spine, supporting this twist and all the benefits that we receive from it. And we'll hug that knee back in and swap it out. Bringing the left knee into the side body. Inhale. Exhale, send it over. And we'll take the gaze over the left arm, making sure to keep both shoulder blades grounded onto the mat. We'll hug both knees back into center this time. Rock and roll side to side, massaging our low back. Or taking a happy baby if you choose by reaching for the outer edge of your shins, your feet, or by taking your peace fingers and wrapping them around your big toes. Just rocking side to side again to massage out the low back, keeping the tailbone in contact with the mat. Maybe straightening into one leg and the other if you choose. Just keep drawing your knees towards your rib cage, whatever feels good for you. Then we'll crawl it all up into one tiny ball of energy, bringing the forehead towards the knees. And then exhale, let it all go as we come into our final Shavasana, our corpse pose. Begin to bring life back into your fingers and toes. And then take a long full body stretch here and roll onto one side, using your bicep as a pillow for fetal position. Slowly begin to make your way up to a seated position, keeping your eyes closed. Once you get there, we'll inhale the arms high, bringing in all of the positive energy from the universe around us. And exhale, hands to heart center, letting go of anything that doesn't serve us. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, hands to heart center. Bowing our head forward, sealing our practice. Namaste. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.